Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, August 4th, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You will see that the futures are trading up about 5.5 points to 1924 per contract. So the market is gaining a little bit today, but it is off the morning highs. So futures were up a little bit higher, but nothing detrimental this morning. Market seems to be holding steady. Pretty good sell-off last Thursday, pretty good little decline on Friday. Market seems to be finding some footing today. We'll see if it can last throughout the remainder of the session. Looking at a few stocks, though, that are in the news, and that's what's important. That's where the money is to be made. You take a look at Amgen this morning, AMGN. That's what we're going to start off with. Leading biotech. Looks like they came out with some news about a cancer drug. The stock last week surged on earnings. Right now it is trading up around $129.50. It closed around $125.55 yesterday. I still think the stock has a lot of resistance around 134. So if it gets up to 134, that would be where the stock should stall out. Again, it's a strong equity right now. I don't even recommend shorting it at all. But what I would say is, as a trader's perspective, around 134, stock should hit very, very good resistance if it can trade up there. If you own the stock, you trail your stop loss. If you don't own it, you really don't do much at this stage of the game. But nonetheless, Amgen is trading higher before earnings. After a drug report. Let's take a look at Kors, Michael Kors. Ticker symbol is KORS. The stock right now is getting hit pretty decently. It closed at $81.83. It's now trading at $78.50. So any way you slice it or dice it, this is a pretty good decline. The stock should have some support in this area. If this area gives way and it fails, then the stock could trade down to around $74. So again, be very, very careful with Michael Kors this morning. But it looks like the stock is coming under some pretty decent selling pressure. And it looks like it was after earnings. So it looks like they did report earnings this morning. Any way you slice it or dice it, though, the stock is coming down. But there looks like to be a fair amount of support right in the 78 level. If that fails to hold, though, then you're going to have to look for $74. All right, let's move over to Berkshire Hathaway. It looks like they came out with earnings. Looks like they beat on both the top and bottom metrics. Let's take a look at the stock. We're going to Berkshire B, because that's what's tradable. Berkshire A is not really. So we're going to go to Berkshire B, and you're going to see it's trading at $128 a share. It closed at $125.83. I'm showing pretty good daily chart resistance around $129.25. So again, $129.25 really should be the extent of this. All in all, the stock has nothing wrong with it, so be careful on the short side here. If it does get through that $129.25 level, obviously can go a lot higher, but right now I am showing very, very good daily chart resistance around $129.25 at the moment. Let's take a look at Cardinal Health. CAH is the ticker symbol here. Stock looks like it's trading at around $73 a share. It closed at $72.37. They reported earnings as well. I'm showing resistance on this stock around 76. So again, I don't know if it's going to get up there today, but I wouldn't get in front of this one on the short side. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with Cardinal Health. If it did fall by some chance and come down, I would watch 68.50. I would be a buyer there. But nonetheless, it does have upside as long as it holds up to around $76. That's the only real resistance point that I can even see at this stage of the game. All right, let's take a look here at Symantec. SYMC is the ticker symbol. It looks like the Chinese government is going to cut Symantec out of their network over there. So again, China has been eliminating a lot of American companies from doing business there, and it looks like Symantec is the latest one to be announced. Now the stock is not doing all that much. It's trading at $23.17. Really no pre-market activity, but this is one I think can go down to $22. In fact, I would even watch $21.75. So be very, very careful with Symantec today. That's pretty important news for a big tech firm like them to not be able to do business in China, or China starting to get rid of their products. Again, be very, very careful there. The only support level I'm really looking at is around $21.75. Again, this stock is getting this stock could be under pressure today. Right now, not faring so bad, but there's no real volume in here. But this is one that should be on traders' watch list today. Let's take a look at INSM. This is Insmed. and you're going to see this stock is just getting annihilated. So this is a biotech. Looks like they have a cancer drug. I'm not sure the whole entire story. I did not really check it. But nonetheless, it closed at $17.25. It's now trading at $12.50. You got to be really, really careful here. $12.50 looks like there is some support. After this, the next level I'm seeing for support is really $10. So be very, very careful with this INSM. I really wouldn't look to do much here. If it gets down to $10, though, it may look like a potential trade. That's an area where I would look for maybe a small bounce or so. But again, it's a high-risk play. It's a biotech stock. All biotech names are, somewhat on the more aggressive side. So be a little bit aware of that, a little bit careful. But nonetheless, this is coming under some severe pressure this morning. And again, I don't really see another level. If this $12.50 fails to hold, $10 is the spot as far as I could see. We're going to go over to the gold market this morning. Gold is trading down $2.70 to $1,292 an ounce. Let's go to the GLD. And what you'll see here is that the GLD is trading right around 124.20. Again, I think we could pull back a little bit more in gold, but nothing terrible here for the gold market. But it is not roaring and soaring today, so we're going to see how that all shakes out and plays out a little bit later. Oil futures are down a little bit. Oil is down 34 cents to $97.54 a barrel. Yes, oil has gone lower despite all the geopolitical events that are taking place in the world. So that's why you want to follow the charts. Right now, the USO is trading at $39.19. The USO is a good way to follow and trade light sweet crude if you don't have a crude futures account. Right now, I think crude oil or the USO is at a little bit of support, but ultimately, if it breaks, it can go down to around 35 and a quarter, and then ultimately 34.40. But I'm not sure that that's going to happen at this moment. Either way, though, oil is down a little bit this morning, so we can't make all that much out of it. But we'll see how it trades out once the opening bell rings. All right, just a quick recap. Futures are trading higher by 5.5 points. CNBC did have on Jeremy Siegel today. He's the perma bull. Again, for all fairness, Jeremy Siegel's been pretty correct. So the markets have inflated, and they continue to inflate according to him. But either way you slice it or dice it, we did come under some pretty good distribution last week, and we'll see where this market finishes out today. Again, look for the stocks that we mentioned. They're in play. If there's any more volatile stocks, we're going to mention them in the intraday stock chat. We also have a couple of potential gap plays in the chat room this morning. They'll be posted up at 9 a.m. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.